I'm back. Well, my mind's back. I know what I need to do, but still in the fucking pod. I need to get out of the pod right now. Okay, so I don't think Helena knows I'm awake. Better keep it that way, or she'll just drug me again.
Выбраться из капсулы. У тебя есть сверхспособности, я уверен, Зойка. Здорово, народ. Меня зовут Андрей, это Dreamfall Chapters, и мы заканчиваем сегодня ее проходить. Погнали! Что это?
That panel operates the pod, and oh, it's right there. Only a thin sheet of plastic away. A thin sheet of very, very strong plastic.
А ты не будешь силами своими пользоваться? У тебя они были когда-то давно. Еще что-нибудь посмотрим? Ага.
Mother, dearest. I can't believe that bitch is my biological mum.
Биологическая ли?
She looks preoccupied. I guess altering the observable universe requires focus. Dad! Is he okay? He looks unharmed. Oh, thank God. Helena must have tied him up. She's completely unhinged.
Чё с охраной? Почему здесь охрана? Почему охрана себя так странно ведет? Они же должны были тут как бы защищать их. Типа, в чем прикол? Не понимаю. Где мы находимся? Тоже не понимаю. Ты хочешь, чтобы потрещать? А толку? Тебе выбираться надо. Тебе нужно не отвлекать ее.
What's... Looks like reality is wavering, breaking apart. The walls between dream and reality are starting to get thin near that vortex. It's Eingana's doing. And mine. Wait, does that mean I can... Yes! I'm on the border between waking and dream. Story time's right here, a thought away, which means I can shape dreams. I can change reality.
А, игра. Я говорю, здесь так много экспозиций, прям, ух, прикольно, хорошо. На!
Locked. With a code, of course.
А ломануть нельзя?
I can't. Not without knowing the code.
0451, вводи давай. Надоело.
Come on, Helena. It must be in there somewhere, the code. You must have been thinking about it just there. Got it. 7914.
Давай батю послушаем.
He's woozy, but the only thing on his mind is me. He's really worried. Hang in there, Dad. I'll get you out of this, I promise.
Все-таки батя был хороший всю дорогу. Хоть что-то, хоть что-то. Давай.
Okay, so let's try this. 7914.
What? This isn't right. You shouldn't be able to... Hold on, Zoe? Just wait. Let's talk this through. If you don't reconnect with Eingana, the wave field will collapse before it's reached the correct amplitude. Don't you understand? This reality is perfectly entangled with the proto-reality. I need you back inside to make the necessary changes. Look, Zoe, I'll be happy to explain everything.
А, вот так. Я двигаться-то не могу.
Stop.
Your powers are manifesting an observed reality, independent of the quantum field generated by Eingana. That's interesting. That means the world is changing. You're in control. It's working, Zoe. It's working. It's beginning to...
Enough, Helena.
Oh, put that thing down, Gabrielle. We both know you won't use it.
Our contract is void. Wati security is right outside that door, and you've set your insane project in motion. What's stopping me from killing you right now?
Her. You won't kill your little girl's mother in front of...
What's that? What's happening?
I don't know. This never occurred in any of my models.
closing up.
It's temporary. You'll need to have it looked at by a proper medic before the night's over, or you'll bleed to death.
Is this magic?
Who cares? It's saving your life. Delaying death.
Utana. She did this. Who are you?
Long story. How are you feeling?
Better. Good.
Great. We're running a bit short on time, so you'll have to excuse me.
Very impressive. What school of sorcery is this?
Not magic. And shut up. I'm trying to focus. Hey.
Hey?
Nice outfit.
Thanks. You've opened a portal between S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Arcadia.
It's called a shift.
You're a shifter?
Not really. I usually walk paths that are already open. To be honest, I'm not very good at this. I need to stay right here to keep this shift open, so we'll have to skip the handshakes and move on to the main event. Kian, Zoe, Zoe, Kian. I know you guys are supposed to speak. That's why we're all here. So speak. And, make it quick?
We've met before in...
We have. We keep missing each other and...
We do. You don't, what?
You first. Zoe.
I know who the Prophet is, and I know how to stop the undreaming. Or at least, I think I do. It might not work, but it's all we have, and... Roper Clax. He's the key. He has a shard of the Soul Stone inside him, but we need the Silver Spear of Gorimon to destroy it, and that's...
Zoe. Slow down. The undreaming.
A destructive force, capable of unmaking the universe. The Prophet's using it to destroy magic and reunite the worlds.
And this magical spear?
The Silver Spear of Gorimon. The Prophet used it to kill the Draic kin, charging it with dragon's blood. He needs it to destroy magic and alter the dream. The spear is the only thing that can shatter the shard inside Clax.
Of course. And where do we find the spear?
The Prophet carries it with him. I don't think he lets it out of his sight.
So, find the Prophet, find the spear.
And probably Clax.
Clax was here. I punched him, but he got away.
Someone survived being punched by you.
I held back. He called himself an engineer.
The Prophet's been using Clax, like he's been using your people.
But why does he want to kill magicals?
Maybe, in his own twisted head, Brian believes he's doing the universe a favor.
Could you guys get a move on? I'm not sure how long I can keep this doorway open.
We need to stop the Prophet, Kian. And we stop him by destroying the shard of the Soul Stone Roper Clax carries inside him.
You're certain this will stop the undreaming?
I think so. It feels right. Besides, what have we got to lose?
Nothing. Everything. But if we can stop the Prophet by taking his spear and killing a wizard, this is something I can do.
I'm coming with you.
No.
No, you can't. We're not done here.
I'll see the two of you afterwards.
No, you won't.
What?
Nothing. I'm Saga.
I'm Zoe. But you know that.
Listen, this may look easy, but it's not. Weight of worlds on my shoulders, the pull of alien gravities, knees buckling, etc. So you need to not distract me.
Okay. Sorry. What should I...
We wait. I opened the shift, you spoke to Kian. That's why I was sent here. What comes next? It's not up to me.
How do you know all this?
Because that's how the story goes. And it's been written, and we can't change that. Now shush.
Okay.
Забраться наверх до пророка и Клакса. Если история уже написана, то что от тебя может не зависеть? Ни от кого ничего не зависит в таком случае, вот и все. Такие спрейтики глупенькие, блин. Почему здесь такие низкие бюджеты? Ты на что-то посмотреть хотел, Киан? Ты на что-то очень сильно хотел посмотреть, Кен, и я тоже. Куда ты хочешь, чтобы я пошел? Явно не сюда, здесь тупик. Ну, побежали. Ладно, побежали вперед, так и быть. Я так подозреваю, что где-то тут у меня... Да, я вроде уже приветствие это записал, вроде. Я не помню, я уже не помню. Я, блин, все уже в кашу смешался, весь сюжет. Давай, поехали, это лифт. Елевейтур. Давай. Нормально, нанотехнологии бронзового века. И медленные, как в бронзовом веке.
And there's a deep hum that's making my bones vibrate.
Еще выше, еще одна хрень, смотри. Сколько их тут таких? Так, ладно, Кен, давай, подгони лифт-то побыстрее. Чем мы тормозим-то так? Побежали, беги, Кен, давай. Ох, тут ярко светится, смотри, ух. И что это? А, ну ползи, давай. Uncharted косплеем. Только не так классно. Как тут все ярко светится, ужас. Ну, красота, красота, ладно. Местами красота, на контрастах играет красиво. В смысле, цвета. Я говорю про цвета, цвета контрастные играют хорошо. Я пытаюсь сказать, что контрастная картинка выглядит красиво, но не шибко стильно. Все, мы уходим. Нам сюда? Нет, тут невидимая стена. Ну, как обычно. По цепочке давай, ползи.
Oh, sorcery.
Not really, but great that you could make it.
Who the hell are you?
Is everyone gonna ask me that question? Who am I kidding? Of course everyone's going to ask me that question. I'm just the woman keeping the doorway open because I was asked to do so and I couldn't really say no. I have no idea who you are, lady, so I'm going to guess you're not that important. But him? He's got a job to do.
Is that... Stark? Is that Stark through there?
Is it?
Yep. Hi, Zoe.
Anna. This one's Ferdow's.
I always believed the stories about a mirror world. Oh, but this... It's incredible.
Where's Keon? Is he alright? We lost contact with him.
He went after the Prophet.
Of course he did.
I'm sorry, but Saga, how are these two going to help?
I don't know. I'm a glorified doorkeeper. Why don't you ask them?
Don't look at me. He's the star here. Ferdow's. Ferdow's, stop staring at that bloody portal.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Tell this one what you're planning.
I was gonna feed the engine a series of, calculations designed to make it, well, to force it to, stop.
You mean crash it?
Crash? Yes. Yes, exactly. How did you know? Do you also code spheres?
Spheres? I guess you could say that. So you can force the engine to crash?
Yes. I mean, no. I could have. Not anymore. It stopped taking new instructions when it began running the final calculations and...
There's no way to get in?
No, it's a closed system. Once the final set of instructions are running, there's nothing that I mean, I didn't write the core operational code. If I knew more about how that code functions, then maybe...
Do you have schematics? Diagrams?
Diagrams? Of the engine? Well, I don't. But they keep diagrams right here. You know, I could probably find some.
Get them. I happen to know the most brilliant engineer there is, in Stark at least. If anyone can wrap their head around a steampunk calculating engine, it's Wit. Saga, can Ferdow's pass through the shift?
No idea. But you made it through without being torn into a billion pieces, so the odds are decent.
Got them. What was that about a billion pieces?
Let's go.
Huh?
Friend of Keon's?
Not really, no.
So this is some sort of magic portal between worlds?
Something like that.
Huh.
Vaven? K-O-N Technologica?
The most advanced engine there is, yeah. Wait, you're not speaking English? I guess you weren't speaking English in the first place, but... I still understand you. Do you understand me?
Koe?
I guess that was expecting too much. Well, we're gonna have to make this as simple and as visual as possible. Mira, put Wit on. No. Shut up. No discussions. Do it now. Please. Wit? Zoe. I need your help, and fast. Hold on, I'm sending you some schematics. I need you to figure out a way to get this system caught in an infinite loop. And for Dow's, watch. Hey, watch this.
Everything is ready?
Everything's ready. Master, the engine is operating within parameters, the Well of Dreams has been activated, the tower is focusing the current, and the tear is expanding. You need only tap into the well with your scepter, and then you can shape the dreaming to your will.
Good. You'll receive your reward, Clax, I promise.
Master.
At long last, they'll understand when they witness the new world. They'll understand that I was merciful and kind, that I acted in the best interests of all humanity. Sometimes people have to die for the rest of us to live on. And I can go home again. After all these years, home.
Goddess, it feels like reality itself is coming apart.
Aren't you
We
dead
don't have much
yet?
time.
Doesn't matter, you're too late, we've already won. And you'll be properly dead.
А, вот так, значит, да? Ты лошара! Ты лох чилийский, а! Давай...
Ha! What did I tell you? Dead!
Да ты лох.
Brainless barbarian. I just need... Where did his body land? The Neanderthal must be dead. He couldn't possibly have survived that fall. I should be able to see his body, though. I just need to make absolutely sure. Where in damnation is it?
Обход пошли.
Must be somewhere.
Давай, давай, давай.
Never betray eagle-eyed tracks. For me.
Отдай. Дай сюда. Мое.
No, no! Give me that! You don't know what you're doing. It'll eat you up. It will destroy you. It's channeling the dreams of an entire world. I'm on your side, you idiot. I'm trying to eradicate magic. What are you? Don't! Oh, damnation.
Do you understand me now?
Yes, perfectly. On that side, you're speaking gibberish.
Zoe?
English. It was English. But did you pick up on what Wit was showing you?
Zoe, you need to hurry. The shift's starting to contract.
Okay. So did it make sense to you?
The instructions? Yes. It made sense. A special set of instructions fed directly into the engine, designed to mask itself as part of the final programming, but with erroneous calculations. Calculations that will cause the engine to enter an infinite loop and burn itself out.
Virus. We call it a virus.
Like a disease? This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense.
Now, Zoe!
And can you do it?
Well, I don't know if I... Huh!
Oh! Fuck. So, can you?
Now that I understand the fundamentals, yes. I'll need to feed a series of manual instructions directly into the engine. It'll take some time, but I can...
Time we don't have. Just get started.
Oh, Goddess. All right.
How do we shut it down?
Only she knows.
We won't be shutting anything down, even if you threaten to shoot me.
We're not shooting any... Mr. Westhouse? What are you... Oh, God.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here.
What?
You betrayed me. You're trying to destroy everything I've...
You were a tool, Helena. Nothing more. Did you think I'd let you play God? Existence is an accident. It was never meant to be dreamed. There was just dreaming and undreaming. For every creation, a destruction, infinitely in balance. It's time to end this diseased dream.
Let her go. You're not supposed to be on your own. You've been causing so much grief. They don't understand you. They don't understand that there needs to be balance in all things. Life and death, light and darkness, creation, destruction, dream and undream. All things in balance. It's time to come home and to dream new dreams.
It's working. It's working. The engine, it's spinning back around, reversing the instructions. The vortex is winding down. Thank goddess. It's working.
They're here, Vamon. Harmy's men, the rebels, and your men too. Deserters! Goddess, save us, they're here! How did this happen? Were your men not supposed to remain loyal? Did you not make me that promise?
I killed Harmy. But his men must have got to mine. They saw the tide turning. They were spooked when the tower lit up. Sorcery. They believe it's sorcery and they blame us.
So do something about it!
What exactly do you want me to do? Convince them to change sides again? It's over, sire.
Everything's falling apart. Goddess, why have you abandoned me? I thought I was doing your work. So we stay here, and we face them when they come. You and I, together. We tell them we were misled by the Prophet, like so many others. That we believed we were acting in accordance with the wishes of the Goddess. Perhaps the light will shine upon us, and we'll be spared. Or at least, we die with our heads lifted to the sky, redeemed in her glory. Vamon, we can walk the slopes of the first mountain, hand in hand. You'll do this for me, Vamon. Because you love me, and you wish to protect me. We share the responsibility for this.
I am not staying here to be arrested, tried, and executed in ignominy. Her shame was too great. She jumped. She had misled everyone, including the commander. I will let you take credit as the sole architect of our grand scheme, sire. I grant you that gift.
Guess I'm just a gust of wind, moved on quickly, almost unnoticed, but quite powerful. A rush could easily have blown your defenses down, could easily down. Did you hear me whispering hello? Did you see me waving goodbye? Did you notice that I didn't cry? Your days are done. Try.
Oh, my darling boy. I'm sorry you were caught in the middle. I'm returning to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. This has been a setback for us, but we will persevere. Without the Prophet. The Council is ours. We control the army. We may not be able to rid the world of magic yet, But we can cleanse Azadir. We can prepare for the war ahead. I'm doing what needs to be done to save the soul of our nation. To save our people. To save you, Kian. When you reach the first mountain and look down on us all, you'll understand.
What? You?
That's right. You left me to die on a street once. I'm just returning the favor.
But you were nothing. Just
A slave girl. I'm free now.
No! 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 No!
Я ожидал, что Киан с Вамоном подерутся в эпичной схватке. В эпичной камерной схватке с крутыми кутаешками. Я ожидал, что вся игра настолько низкобюджетная, что ну вот на последнюю-то схватку все бюджеты ушли. Нет. А это было бы так классно. Красиво тут. А эти все еще здесь стоят. Они, по-моему, никуда не уходили. Только лица поменяли.
Their war isn't over yet, and there's much to do before Mercuria is truly at peace. But they deserve respite. They've gained their second wind now. The restoration won't be painless, but the hardest part is over.
Ну, будем надеяться, что у них все получится. Мужик, ты сейчас сгоришь, ты в курсе, что ты на свечах стоишь? Что там происходит? Это драконья голова. И что-то еще. Непонятно, что происходит. Пойдем поговорим. Здрасте. Че так красиво? Дань памяти повстанцам. Дань памяти Хами. О.
So many fallen. If I hadn't gone. But then we wouldn't know the truth. I wouldn't know the truth. And we probably would have lost this war. The dead will be remembered by the living, and their souls will find a home in the light. Goddess, embrace them all. Hami, I was never able to call anyone father, but if I had, it would be you. You made me the man I am today, and for that, I'll always be grateful. I'll see you again, Hami. On the sun-kissed slopes of the first mountain. No formalities shall divide us then, and I will be proud to call you father. Bob who can see. I'd say rest well, but I know that whatever awaited you on the other side, you didn't sit still for long. Whichever deity rules your afterlife is probably tearing their hair out. The general lived a long life, filled with both triumphs and regrets. But he ended it his way, standing tall and proud, and foul-mouthed. You were a good man, Liko, and you died an honorable death, protecting someone you cared greatly for. This is how we will remember you. I'll miss him, despite all of our differences, maybe even because of them. Liko forced me to confront a past I've tried to forget, and I'm grateful for that. I just wish I'd been able to tell him. They cut it down, but they weren't able to drag it with them. This head belongs here. Whatever they decide to do with the Enclave, this will remain here as a symbol of the resistance and our struggle.
I'm not good at farewells.
It won't be forever, Shepard.
Perhaps not, but I must follow the herd before they're forever lost to me. I hear their songs every night. I can still pick up their scent on the morning winds, but it's getting fainter by the day, and they are farther and farther away from me. If we meet again, it will be when the herd returns to the Northlands. The world is changing, and there may not be room for us here anymore.
If not in this life, then in the next. We will walk the green slopes of the first mountain together, and speak of other things than war.
We will. I wish you were staying, Kian. But I understand that you must go.
Our war isn't yet over.
And neither is the restoration, but I can't stay, Kian. I know I should, but I can't. I miss my own, and I was never... This life was never for me. I'm not a warrior. But there was no one else.
Enu will step up in your absence. It's time.
It is. She will do fine.
I'll ask the goddess to watch over her.
I thought you'd lost your faith, Kian.
In those who claim to speak for the goddess, yes. But my faith in her is stronger than ever. She guided us all to where we needed to be.
And now she is guiding you to Sadir?
I believe we have the light on our side, Shepard, and that our enemies walk with the shadow. False prophets, and those who follow them. There will be a reckoning.
Will you return with the entire Azadi army?
There will still be unrest, for a while. Half the troops will stay behind to help with the restoration. The rest will join me. The 6 were deceived by the Prophet and Utana, and their so-called masked council. Even without the Prophet, Utana still pulls the strings in Azadir. I'm not sure we can avoid civil war. The Mother won't relinquish her power easily. It will be an uphill battle.
Then the sooner you can get there, the better.
I'm bringing Naane. She asked to join me. She wanted to repay a favor. I hope you'll forgive me for not asking you first.
First Liko? Now Naane. She can do more good in Azadir than she can here in Mercuria. And we have Enu. It will do.
Have you seen Elena? Anna? After last night...
She left. I think she needs some time away. But you'll see her again. I don't think she can stay away from you for very long, now that she's found you again. So... Farewell then, Kian. Until next time. And thank you. For everything.
I should be the one thanking you, Shepard. For giving me a second chance.
That was all you. Keep Liko alive in your heart. Bring his song back with you. To his homeland. To yours.
I promise.
Don't leave.
This war isn't over.
I know, but don't leave. We can't fix things here without you. And without Liko, I mean, who will help us make the right decisions and deal with the Azadi and secure peace between humans and magicals and...
You will.
Wait, what? Me? How? What?
You're the strongest and bravest person I know.
I don't... But... No, you see, I haven't... Huh?
The others trust you and admire you. They'll listen to you. You've proved yourself.
Okay, now you're going to make me cry. That's not fair.
You'll be fine, Enu.
Oh, okay, here we go. Floodgates wide open.
Goodbye, Enu.
I love you. I mean, in a friendly way. I mean, screw it. Goodbye, Kiana Alvane. Prophet, general, whatever else you're going to accomplish with your life, and I'm sure you will accomplish a lot. Good luck with everything. Go save your nation. Okay, all right. We have so much work to do.
Hey.
Who are you? Where do you come from?
The Ether. I followed the songlines here. I walk between worlds. I'm Saga.
Saga. Thank you for saving my life, Saga.
Fate, choices, I don't know. It might have played out differently, if not for a whole lot of coincidences along the way. I guess you could say it's fate, that I ended up where I was supposed to end up. Not due to any actions on my part, but because the universe decided.
По-моему, это одно и то же. Случайность и не случайность. Не случайно, так сказать. Куча случайностей привела тебя в одну конкретную точку, где ты должна была быть, значит, они не были случайны, правильно?
The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kiana Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life. Thank fate, not me.
I don't believe in fate. I believe in actions. You decided to help me.
Okay, well, thanks for saving the world then.
I think our friend Zoe deserves much of the credit for that.
I hope she pulled through.
I'm sure she did. If not, I would know. We all would. She's...
Important? Oh, yes.
How did you know to be in the right place at the right time?
Does it matter?
Does it matter? Who is this woman? Her secrecy and lack of respect is frustrating. Whatever the reason, maybe I don't want to know. Of course it matters. You showed up with the medicine I needed. Did anyone send you...
It'll take a while to explain. We can cover it on the road to S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
Capital of the Azadi Empire, situated where the 6 rivers meet the...
Stop playing games, woman.
I'm coming with you.
What? Why?
Because that's how the story goes. It's been written, and we can't change that now. We have a war to win. And then, in another decade or so, there's going to be an even bigger war. You'll definitely need me for that one. Us. You'll need us. It's been foretold, Bloodless King, for thousands of years. Seriously, I promise I'll cover all of it when we have some quality time to ourselves. Oh, and one last thing. You may not like this one, yet. You're going to adopt me.
Adopt? What?
I'll need a name, in Azadir, a surname, otherwise I won't be useful to you. No one listens to a nameless person, and it's not like we can just get married. So you adopt me and bring me into your family, and I take your name and become a princess. Saga Alvane. I like the sound of that. I've never had a surname. We didn't need one.
What are you talking about?
Again, I'll explain soon as we leave. And we should leave soon, because S.T.A.L.K.E.R. needs you.
Got it. Yes. Yes. To S.T.A.L.K.E.R. But unless you explain everything, I'll toss you overboard before we're halfway there. Understood?
I can live with that.
Good. Adopt.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how did you get here? How did you know I was in the Enclave? What was that portal? Can you open portals anywhere? Why not just...
Everything. I pinky promise.
Light save me.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh no, not again.
I promise you, it's for real this time. Do you need anything? Do you need water? The curtains closed, or...?
No, it's okay. The sun, it's good.
The doctor said you'd be waking up. I wanted to be here when you did, to... well, to explain.
Did we win?
We're still here. The bad guys are gone, so I guess we did.
What happened at the end? There was a bright light, voices, and nothing. Darkness, and then, well, this.
I don't know. That thing that came through, it wasn't human. It tossed me aside like I was nothing. I'm lucky I wasn't killed. I tried to get back on my feet, but then there was a blinding flash of light. And when it faded, it only took a second or two, and then there was just you. No one else. I thought you were dead.
And Helena?
Gone. Perhaps that thing... Anyway, she won't be back. If she survived, she'll stay away. There's too many people want her locked up. Or dead.
Corp. Are they still after me?
Oh no, they've got enough problems on their hands. Your friend Sully broke the story. They've been linked to the suicide bombing in Propast, to political payoffs, to corruption, and their plans for the Dream Machine were exposed. No one's going to want to log back in anytime soon. The Syndicate's under pressure from the other corporations because of their relationship with Wati. DI is under investigation too. They've pulled their operatives from Europolis. That article made shockwaves. Sully sounded really happy when he called. He'll be even happier when he hears you're awake. Wati Corp will probably survive. The Dream Machine will not. And without that, they couldn't care less about you. About us.
That's good. And Reza, is he...
When Eingana was destroyed, DreamNet shut down. Wati could no longer control him. He's okay. Confused, but okay. I called him this morning. He's on his way down.
Good. Dad, what were you doing in Mumbai with that woman?
I didn't know any other way. Unless I cooperated, Wati was going to take you away. Helena convinced them to let us bring you to the lab. They believed we were working on improving DreamNet, while Helena was secretly working on her project, altering reality.
How?
Use entangled particles to affect the quantum state of dreamtime in order to reshape the physical universe. Change dreams, change reality. Helena spent 30 years on this project. We were partners. But it was always her project, her theories. I'm not sure I ever believed it would actually work, but she was determined, and I...
You made me.
We did. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me for not telling you the truth, but you began life as an experiment. Our goal was to create an individual capable of existing in both realities, the physical and the dreaming. Someone who could change the world with a single thought, with dreams. But it didn't work. You were just a child. To your mother, you were an asset she could use and discard, but you were my little girl. That's why I left. You were only 2 years old. Helena had given up on you. In exchange for my share of Jiva, she let me take you away. I thought it was over. I didn't know she'd come back for you.
There's too much to process right now. I can't. I'll need time. And I'll need the whole story, from beginning to end, all the way back.
Of course. I'm really sorry, Zoe. I let you down again.
Dad, stop. You did what you had to do to save me. I still need to understand exactly what happened, but I don't blame you. Where are we? Still in Jiva's Mumbai lab?
No. This is the real deal. We're back home. Back in Casablanca.
Okay, good. I want to stay.
In the hospital?
I want to go home. To our house. I miss home. I miss you, Dad.
I've missed you too. Of course you can come home, sweetheart.
But I'll be asking tons of questions, and I expect honest answers. No more protecting me from the truth, okay?
Okay.
Right now, though, I just want to sit here and watch the sunlight. I'm sick of sleeping. Sick of dreaming. I want to be awake.
Tried to get out of here for years. No longer know what I'm doing. Well, I just disappear. I'm getting scared and my heart starts pounding. I try to scream, but there's no sound. I am falling. I'm falling. When will my feet hit the ground? I am falling, I'm falling. But I'm not going down.
Hey, you.
Am I awake or am I dreaming?
Every year, it gets colder. Now let's see if we can't put some life into you.
Растопить камин. Я говорил тебе, что это она. Я говорил неоднократно. Сейчас вот она сядет и начнет рассказывать историю про Эйприл. Интересненько.
Hugsy. He's the only creature in this little world of ours older than me. I used to think he spoke to me. And I do believe I was right about that. There's a spirit inside him, old and shy. I think Mama put him there to watch over me when she was traveling. I'll have to make sure Hugsy is free to leave before my time comes. Brave Zoe. It couldn't have been easy getting caught up in events and wanting nothing more than a quiet, normal life. I believe her daughter is still alive in the continuity. along with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. From what I've heard, she lived a long and fulfilling life. And I know she passed the dream on, or all this wouldn't be. Not bad for a 7-year-old with no idea of what was happening to her and why she was having such vivid dreams. Arcadia, Crow, the Rolling Man, the beginning of a long, long journey. That's her story, experience with my own eyes. I still can't wrap my head round that one. I'll leave them up. After all, Papa isn't around to tell me to clean up and bring them to my room.
О, это что это?
Our bloodless king. He did not enjoy that throne, but he never complained. Not to me, at least. Even my endless teasing couldn't faze him. Oh, Kian, I miss you dearly. Not a day goes by when I don't think of you. He's been gone so long. I have a hard time recalling his voice and smile. I loved him with all my heart. I always will. My dearest Kian, I miss our long conversations. I even miss how every single one of my jokes passed over your head.
Я хочу найти арты в фуллскрине посмотреть. Интересно, можно как-то это сделать?
One of the Sylphan worlds. Beautiful and peaceful, as always. So naturally, I grew bored again. One of my older works. I must have painted that when I was in my late teens. Come to think of it, that was an actual place. I visited there to get in touch with my ancestry. It was a strange and powerful experience. I won't mess with this one, but I think I'd like to revisit this particular scene in a painting. Perhaps something that goes further back, to the beginning of the journey. Dragons and dreams. One day, I'll get rid of that accursed thing. It's stained with the blood of dragons, but it's too dangerous to simply discard. I don't much like holding it anymore. It's thick with the blood of dragons, and heavy with broken dreams. The silver spear of Gorriman, older than the twin worlds, forged in the fires of the first earth, created for one purpose, the destruction of magic. Some days I use it as a walking staff. If we do end up taking one last journey, it'll probably be because of this blasted stick. The dead walked in that world. They were exceedingly polite, but it still creeped me out no end. I prefer my worlds three-dimensional, thank you very much. One of my favorite worlds, vast and beautiful. It took me days to walk there, across treacherous song lines, avoiding discordants and bell strikers. I probably would never have gone unless I'd picked up those rumors about a Midgardian woman who suddenly appeared in the City of Three Moons. I was hoping I'd find her there, but the woman had left years before. I stayed a while. It was a wonderful place, but I grew bored, as I always do. Oh, Papa, trying to keep me here with wards and old magic. I must have been such a handful for him, and a royal pain in the ass. He left his glasses when he packed his rucksack and walked out the front door. Where he was going, he didn't need spectacles. At least I got to say goodbye to him. They wouldn't do me much good. Those wards are long gone. Why did you never come back to me, Mama? Were you really not able to find your way? Or did something else happen? Did you forget about us? I refused to believe she stayed away on purpose. And I never really believed she was dead. She might have been lost in time, like Papa always said. That would explain why she couldn't make it back. I could never write as well as she did. So I stopped trying. I've read her stories. They're beautiful. I've collected them all. Maybe I should try to get them published somewhere. I like to think Papa found Mama in the end, and that they lived out their lives together somewhere green and beautiful. Papa never gave up hope, no matter how hard I tried to convince him otherwise. If anyone deserved a happy ending, it was him. I wish Mama had come back to me, just to say goodbye. For too many years, I was so angry with her for leaving. I miss you guys. So much. Still so many worlds unvisited. So many universes left to traverse. But time's running out for me. I've kept track of all my travels over the years. The multiverse is big, but I haven't done too badly. I don't think many have walked as far and as wide as me. People keep telling me I should put together an annotated map of the multiverse. But who has the time at my age? There are more important things. There. Oh, yes, I remember that place. And that strapping Coruscant farm boy. It was an enjoyable 2 weeks. Until his wife returned. Let's see. Oh, almost found myself in jail that time. Accused of whatever passed for witchcraft in that backwoods place. Like poetry could possibly open gateways. You need music for that. Was this where I found that godling and nursed him back to health? I believe he ended up wandering down songlines himself. He promised he'd stop by someday, but gods. Can't trust him. What's this one again? Oh, that place gave me a headache. There was something about the odd angles that messed with my mind. That and the trans-dimensional cephalopods. Wherever I put my finger, there'll be a memory. I could keep doing this for days. I had to visit Letok. I couldn't just let that mystery be. But the paths didn't lead me to them, or to that time, and I found nothing. It was a beautiful place, though, and I left a memorial there for the two of them. The people of Stark got a sneak peek of what reunification would be like with the collapse. For most, it was not a pleasant experience. The secret lives of Stickman. Paths, ways, and songlines. Time is a spiral. Reincarnation for beginners. The House of All Worlds. My one and only book. And it is truly one book only. I'll sit down and read later with a good cup of tea from a floating teacup. She came to me when I was a child. She spoke to me, comforted me. I believe we'll meet again. And maybe then the mysteries will become clear to me. The white dragon, April, me. Life's not a circle. It's a spiral. And there's an end to it, eventually. Worlds like that one are jarring. Everything just slightly off. It's like it was designed to keep me on edge, and I have such a hard time understanding post-physicals. The complete history of the War of the Balance and the Reunification of Worlds. Volumes 1 to 13. I've yet to make it all the way through, I'm afraid. I helped Galath with the details while he was writing it. I was there to witness it all. At least Galath was able to complete it before he traveled on to the stars. It's an impressive achievement, that history. I really should read it one day. That's a tale for another occasion. The twin worlds became one, and decades of strife and unrest followed. Many perished, but it had to be so. Magic and science could not be divided forever. I haven't been back in decades. New Earth reminds me too much of friends long gone. But maybe I'll pay one last visit to those who remain. Some call it Starcadia, but not me, for it's a silly name. Thank the worlds I learned to play the guitar, or I might never have discovered the song lines. When I play, I see ghosts of old songs in the air, guiding me to paths and new worlds. Papa was right about taking time to learn the guitar. I'm too busy to call on the song lines tonight. But perhaps another day, when my legs don't hurt. His feathers are a lot grayer these days, poor thing. He hates growing old even more than I do. Did I pluck it? He never sheds, or if he does, he hides it well. My lucky feather from my best friend and faithful companion. This was April's. I'm not sure how that's possible or how it ended up here, but I feel her presence in this. I mean, I always feel her presence. That's inevitable. But there is something about this talisman. The beginning and the end will connect. They always do. So much energy. Her chi is in this. It's hard sometimes to separate my own memories from what I've read and heard. April's journeys are vivid to me, but also dreamlike. I've spent so many years trying to make sense of our connection. I don't think I ever will. She's a part of me, and she always will be. But how and why? That's a mystery. Someday, at the very end, maybe we will meet face to face before the cycle begins anew. Now that my life's winding down, I feel like I'm just beginning to understand song lines. But at least here they are, charted and documented. Someone may benefit from my experiences. Perhaps I'll take one final walk along a winding path and listen to the songs and stories. Perhaps when the spring between worlds thaws the frost on the turnstiles. There's one passing right through this room now. I think I've heard this song line before. It beckons me. But I have shortbread in the oven, and my guest will be here soon. I would so like to go, but not now, not today. Rose loved to tinker with her creations. Now where did those dragonflies of hers go? I haven't thought of Rose for nearly half a century. did she end up after reunification? She always spoke about going post-physical and being with her Alvin again. I would love to hear that story one day. Knowing Rose, she got what she wanted. I'll make some tea to go with the shortbread later, after my guest has left. It's the comfy chair. I never could get rid of that old thing. I've traveled so many worlds, across so many ages, but I never found a chair quite as comfortable as this one. If I sit down, I don't know if I'll be able to get up again today. Not yet. When I do, I'll stay seated.
It's freezing out there. You should not have let me go outside. Brr.
You're a big boy. What imbalance were you thinking?
Fresh air. And I was going a bit stir-crazy inside.
You know very well it's not safe. Paths shift with the wind between worlds, and the song lines are fragile things at the best of times. One discord, and you could end up lost forever. Just like...
You worry too much, old woman.
Oh, old woman? Huh? You're no spring chicken yourself, bird.
Oh, bird me. I've survived worse. Anyway, time to dry my cold feathers by a roaring fire while I enjoy a saucer of sweet sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. You can't.
What? I can't what?
Be here.
You're not serious. You're serious.
I'm receiving a visitor, and she mustn't see you. There'll be too many questions. Questions I can't easily answer.
And who, pray tell, is this very important visitor?
I will tell you. Afterwards. Go upstairs and warm yourself by the chimney. It won't be too long.
After all these years, I get no respect. No, don't say anything. It's fine. I'm going upstairs. Just don't expect me to come back down again later. Or ever.
I'm making shortbread.
Call me when it's ready.
Это ворон. Его воскресили. Он жив, здоров и стар. Ну, погнали, посидим.
Welcome, Éipril Ryan.
такой вот финал получается. Длинный такой, большой. Кажется, я вообще ничего не говорил. Почти совсем. Последние 1:40, наверное. А то и все 2:40 я говорил достаточно мало. Взбесила меня немножечко игра на 20-м. Ух ты ж, мать твою. Я не знаю, я, наверное, не буду ускорять это все дело. Так оставлю как есть. Ну, потому что титры необычные. Говорю, разозлила меня немножечко игра на 20-м видосе, но... Концовка прикольная, концовка милая, концовка приятная, ностальгичная немножечко, да. Объяснили вроде все, вроде даже все сюжеты подвязали. Сделали финал, прям финал Финалович. Хорошо, неплохо, но мне не нравится, что все-таки вот эта вот фигня, когда вот одного подрезали, второго убили, третьего... Не, мне это не понравилось. Тут отражение какое-то есть, смотри, у этой картины. Есть какое-то отражение, что-то отражается. Реально, что-то отражается. Арты тут, короче, есть. А чё я ляпнуть-то хотел? Жду ремейк, надеюсь. Хочу, чтобы был ремейк, было бы здорово. Ремейк вот именно полноценный. Чтобы вот не было вот таких вот этих деревянных неловких анимаций, пауз этих странных, вот этой всей фигни, чтобы вот кат-сцены были прикольнее, интереснее, чтобы загрузок этих получасовых не было. Я их все вырезаю на монтаже, если что. Но тут между всеми... Вот эти вот коротенькие кат-сцены непонятные, знаешь, у тебя вот... Просто вот есть одна кат-сцена, она заканчивается, загрузка. 10 секунд подожди. Коротенькая кат-сценка, да, на минуту где-то. Еще 10 секунд загрузка, подожди. Еще коротенькая кат-сцена. Такая фигня на самом деле полная вообще. Поэтому говорю, здесь вот режиссуры какой-то не хватает, чтобы все это переключалось, перекликалось нормально. Вот. Ну и, конечно, хотелось бы, чтобы они либо на другой движок переехали, либо чтобы на Unity прям вот... Чтобы мастера там на Unity работали, чтобы вот не было такой фигни, чтобы загрузки были короче, чтобы вот графончик был поэлегантнее. Даже вот во второй части арты, из которой сейчас показываются, я говорю, я повторюсь, я, наверное, не буду ускорять все это дело, просто чтобы красиво было. Павел Дуров есть, смотри. Че я ляпнуть-то хотел? Даже во второй части визуальный дизайн был прикольный. Он был прикольный. А здесь он как-то вот... Что-то вот он какой-то вот... Мне не очень понравился. Вот. Несмотря на то, что графически игра там продвинулась дальше, все-таки что-то не додизайнили, мне кажется. Вот. Но опять же, низкие бюджеты. Прям капец, какие низкие бюджеты. Прям капец, как плохо это сказалось на игре, я считаю. Вот. Надеюсь также, что в ремейке, если он когда-нибудь будет, они не будут делать игру эпизодической. Потому что, она растянулась. Она сильно растянулась, мне кажется, не в последнюю очередь из-за эпизодической вот этой системы. Потому что каждый эпизод должен быть какой-то продолжительности, какой-то сюжет туда нужно напихать. Мне не очень это понравилось. Вот, а так в конце, прям в последней книге, вот в финальной главы, там прям нафигачили. Постоянно что-то происходит. Реально вот в конце чувствуется, что что-то происходит. Наконец-то. То есть мы не просто куда-то ходим, делаем какую-то фигню, а что-то происходит, какие-то события, персонажи куда-то двигаются, что-то делают. Вот не хватало этого во всей игре. Во всей игре этого не хватало. Вот 4 с лишним книги, мы большую часть времени просто ходили, что-то рассматривали, что-то делали, как-то вникали в мир, и немножечко там были какие-то действия, там совсем чуть-чуть. Вот и только вот под конец вот экшон пошел. Экшон. Хотелось бы, чтобы все-таки было все это как-то более последовательно, что ли, да, более сбалансировано. Баланса в игре, про баланс не хватает. За исключением вот всего того, что я сейчас наговорил, игра мне в целом понравилась. Неплохая. Хотя я бы все-таки хотел бы, чтобы она опять же была более сказочной. Вот серьезно. Вот первые 2 игры, они были вот чисто сказками. Да, там какие-то взрослые темы были, да, там и убийства тоже были какие-то. Вот и вот все вот это вот темные вот эти вот материи. Но это все было вот как-то более сказочно все-таки, более прикольно. Более такое лайтовенькое, что ли, было. А тут что-то прям вообще говно происходит просто. Вот какая-то хрень. Один другого убивает, еще что-то, предательство, вот это вот хрень. Политики тоже до хрена, тоже вот зачем? Они вот ударились в реализм, и мне, честно говоря, это не понравилось совсем. Говорю, хотелось бы, чтобы было больше больше сказочности все-таки. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Если понравилось это видео, если прохождение это в целом тоже все понравилось, ставьте лайки. В описании есть ссылки на прохождение Dreamfall Chapters. Я также добавлю прям вот специально прям ссылки на The Longest Journey, которая первая часть и Dreamfall The Longest Journey, чтобы те, кто не понял отсылки, которые здесь сейчас были в этой концовке, чтобы вы все это поняли. У меня все эти прохождения есть. Собственно, большинство всего этого, что было у нас сейчас в финальной этой кат-сцене, финальной вообще этой сцене в этом эпилоге, большая часть всего этого отсылала нас именно туда. Плюс вот эти вот все трофеи, я не знаю, блин, они, наверное, к чему-то еще отсылают. Я не знаю, наверное, надо посмотреть работы Рагнара Тёрнквиста еще. Может быть, там что-то есть. Может быть, к ним все это дело отсылает. Отдельное спасибо всем, кто досмотрел до этого момента. В следующем выпуске мы посмотрим еще кое-что. У нас будет еще один бонус. А на этом у меня все. Всем пока.